You know how you be on the gram and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So I've seen like a couple highlights
And stuff yeah.
like that, and between both of them, and it was like from the looks of it, it was a good fight. You know, people be weird. People be thinking like I'm probably hating because I said I ain't watch it. I didn't watch it. I work out.
You're in training camp.
Yeah,
you're in training camp.
And besides that, I really don't even watch boxing. Like
you don't?
No, I only
you only watch your fights, and you're like
I watch old school fights. I don't watch like the newer people. And the only people that I do watch that's the newer people maybe is like the people that's in my team and my circle, like Scooter. Even my fighter,
fight coming up.
Yeah, my fighter DJ with Dennis Thompson.
Yes.
My other fighter Ishmael or Muhammad. So just I watch those guys and old school fight. I watch old Floyd, old like James Toney, old Roy, old Purnell, like stuff like that. So
really?
I don't really watch it. Like I don't really watch boxing at all, like the new boxing. Like,
so is that like by choice or is it just like?
I don't know. I just can't. I don't know. I just like old school boxing. To me, like, I just like the older. I like the back in the day stuff. I feel like you learn more. You know.
Back when they had like 15 rounds.
Yeah, 15 rounds. I kind of like started watching Sugar Ray Leonard again too. So I wasn't really like not big on Sugar Ray Leonard, but like the older I get, the more I'm starting to like.
You can like appreciate it and like really.
He threw a lot of punches. Like he was throwing a lot of punches. He moved a lot, threw a lot of punches. He was smart though.
So apparently, Jaron Boots Ennis, he did an interview with somebody, and he addressed, being called a hater for Bud, but he said something more interesting. I'm gonna get to that part in a minute. That'll be the majority of the video. But he said something very interesting, in my opinion. And he said, I'll get to that. But what he said about the Bud fight, he said he seen, clips on Instagram that he didn't watch the fight, and people he seen, don't believe he don't watch the fight. His father stayed up and watched the fight. His father damn near 70. But he explained that he had trained that day and he was tired. Like I said before, had I not took that nap, I couldn't have stayed up for that shit. Had I not took a nap, I wouldn't have been able to stay up for that. So, like I said before, I agree with him on that when that was late. And if you in the gym or you training and all that, you ain't, like I said before, he probably went to bed. I mean, I don't blame him. So it was late. So, but he said he didn't watch the fight, and he watched some highlights on Instagram, and, people weird, and well, I can feel him, some people feel like it came off as hate. Now, if Canelo would have won, most people would have felt like he'd have talking about he seen it and he went back and watched it. He just, like I said before, it's hard to admire somebody that you see as a competitor, you see as a peer. It's hard to admire, especially for, these black fighters in boxing, they really don't fuck with each other. Real talk. If you really notice, they don't really like big each other up, defend each other. You'll have the occasional Crawford and Shakur. You'll have the Broner and the Gervonta Davis. But for the most part, if you really pay attention to boxing, the American boxing scene is the majority black. You have Hispanic Americans, whether it's Puerto Rican, Mexican, Honduran. You have some white fighters and Asian American, whatever. But for the most part, the nucleus of prize fighting in American boxing from the amateurs on up is blacks. And for the most part, a lot of them don't fuck with each other. If you really pay attention, it's more of a competition, one up. They don't stick together. Oh, this guy don't like this guy. That guy don't like that guy. And you just see it. He's smacking him. And they don't really fuck with each other like that. I don't know how many people really, really pay attention to that, but they really don't fuck with each other like that. They don't. So, so it don't surprise me none. But he went on, but before that, he talking about being, hater and all that, whatever, man. If, you just don't like the guy, you don't like the guy. I mean, obviously, what doesn't help the situation is the hate campaign that they put on Terence Crawford, whether it was Farty Marty, Dusty McMarty, whether it was all them dudes getting mad at Bud and hating on Bud, and a lot of that had to do with his amateur fight with Ray Robinson from Philly, and they tried to allegedly jump him after the amateur fight, Bud and them, and so a lot of that came from that, but yeah, I mean, shit, it is what it is, Now, one thing that interests me the most, and I just did a video. I don't know which one I'm gonna put up first, but I just recorded a video with Bud and no with about PBC still doing pay-per-views and Dana White and Zuffa Boxer, Eddie Hearn hating on it. And I said I was gonna speak on this. And the thing about it is this: if you notice something that Boo said, he don't even watch today's boxing. How many people we seen say they don't watch boxing today? We had Derrick James to say, I don't really watch the boxing today. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like, now you got, fighters like Jaron Ennis say he don't watch nobody but that's in his circle. And he probably got to, hold his eyes open to watch that. So if the product don't want to watch the product, why should we want to watch the product? And that's why I don't mind seeing what Dana White and Turkey Al-Sheikh got up their sleeve. So many times they try to differentiate the two, like it's just Dana White. Dana White ain't putting up a dime. This is zero risk to his pocket. It's all reward, right? It may be some hits to his reputation, but it's all rewards for him, right? So he don't even watch. Jaron Ennis, one of the top fighters today, don't even watch the sport of boxing. So when people look at my video talking about Dana White, criticizing today's landscape of boxing, they look at me and they say it's crazy. Boxing is great. Boxing is good. Right? Ain't no way you can check the temperature of boxing and say it's where it's supposed to be at. He said he don't even watch it. A trainer, Derrick James, said he don't even watch it. Most of these guys don't watch boxing. They just as casual as a casual fan. If Bud and Canelo fight, then they watch. But all the little in between fights like that, they don't be watching them fights, bro. They don't be watching them, and then when they watch the fight, they probably at a fight party at a bar at somebody's house. They don't be watching them fight, man. Them dudes don't fuck with boxing, dog. They in it for a check. They don't even have the passion. They don't even watch their peers. They don't even watch the guys they could fight. Oh, I don't even watch film. They don't even watch it. They don't even watch it, but then they want you to pay $70, $80, $20, $15. They want you to pay your attention and your time to watch them fight when they wouldn't even watch them fight if they wasn't fighting. They wouldn't even watch this. They wouldn't even pay for this. They don't even watch their opponents. They don't even watch their peers. If you call this a fight that people want to see, but you ain't never watched this nigga fight, why would I want to watch it? Watch either one of y'all fight? They don't even like the product. It's like a chef cooking his food and he think the food nasty. He expect you to think the food good. So I've been telling y'all, Houston, we got a problem in boxing. I've been saying it. I know when boxing supposed to look when it's good, when it's half decent, when it's great. I know what it looks like. He's going back in the day and looking at older fights, which he should have been fucking doing. And he probably has been doing. He don't even like boxing. The number of these fighters don't even like the product that they watch. When Bud sleep in one of them fights with Canelo and William Scope, they don't even like boxing. Like I said, that's like a chef cooking food and telling you to say it's good, but he think it's nasty. How do that work? And it's more proof that the sport need a change. And when they go back and in boxing and they look at this era, they're gonna be like, man, what went wrong? All these funky foot ass niggas that really ain't named Usyk, who really ain't named Terence Crawford and a few others, Nuyue and a few others, they're going to look back and say, these dudes are responsible. They got responsible for this shit. They responsible for it. They responsible for it. And that's the God honest truth, y'all. That's the God honest truth. And it's unfortunate. So they don't watch it, but they expect you to pay to watch it. Pay your attention, pay your time, pay your money. Get out of here, man. These niggas be streaming fights. If they do watch it, when they have to do what's in their obligations and they have to make appearances at so many fights in their contract, they don't want to be there. They don't want to interview. They don't want to be there to watch the fight. They don't want to be there to participate. They don't even love what they do. They don't even like what they do. They have a tough job. Trust and believe me, their job is very tough, but you had a choice. You wasn't drafted into boxing. You had a choice. You had a choice. You know, what's good for the geese, good for the gander. If the geese don't like it, why should the gander like it? They don't even like what they doing. So think about it. If you don't like, you don't like watching, but you think they have a passion to fight, this is why there is a lack of urgency to make the best fights, because they don't care. They don't care. When you do something, you got to do it with a certain passion, a certain pride. When you don't have passion and pride in something and take pride in what you're doing, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be tough to get promoted throughout life, bro. And believe it or not, it's some people that go throughout life and they have no passion for whatever they do, no ambition. They want the bitches, they want the cars, they want the purses, they want the jewelry, they want the bags. You know what I'm saying? They want all this stuff, but they don't even have a drive to go get it. They don't even want to drive. They just think it's supposed to walk to them. Think it's just supposed to come to them. You know, like God come to you. Like, no, it don't work that way. And this generation has killed drive, passion, ambition, hustle. It's no longer there. In your profession, you don't even looking at nobody's statistic. You ain't looking at potential foes. You ain't scoping out your people. You ain't watching no film. You know, all you doing is probably at home playing the game, bullshitting around. And I get it. You in the gym all day fighting and boxing. I get it. They don't have a passion for what they do. And that's a problem. Just in my opinion, that's a problem. So, but hey, maybe I'm tripping. Hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. You go live and drop video. You can follow me on X, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, join the Patreon. You won't regret it. Peace.